when he fixed my rig, it's a mess. Maybe even make it slightly taller, bigger. There, now I actually have face details, it's great. I really was just making a snack. Sorry, on Discord I had told everyone that I was making a snack, and that's why I was late. Then someone said it's clearly an April Fool's trap. But the thing is, I really was just making a snack. We was. I can't speak. So I have a lovely snack. Well, it's more of a breakfast than a snack, so I guess that's right to say it's inaccurate, but I completely forgot today was April's Fool, so I've done nothing for April Fools because I forgot it existed again. I always forget about April Fools. I never remember it till I see people going, ha, April Fools, and tricking people, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a thing. I was even reminded of it this year by you guys to do something, and I completely blanked and forgot. April Fools is a myth on this channel. We're not that smart here. I'm going to... How much geo did I lose again? Oh yeah, all of it. Sure, let's try and do the area again. Alright, so let's see if we can get some viewers. I made a request of my peoples. I'm making accusations. There we go. They say no, they will not make these accusations in chat. I tried. No. Hello. Welcome. I'm gonna try this again. Let's try and unlock the bench maybe today since I don't have any money anyway, since I'm poor anyway. Wait, I've taken a wrong turn here. You know what? I give up. Immediately gives up. That's the hedge you all love. Panda! Panda says he's on his phone and mobile Switch is bad. Twitch is bad, so he won't. How's your day? My day's been okay. I have food right next to me for when I get hungry, but I just don't have an appetite, so... We all know how that goes for me in Hollow Knight. But it'll be fine. I think I'm gonna have an easier time getting through here. Guys, you know what you should have done today? I made a recorded stream. Is that so? I forgot it was April Fool's, I'm gonna be honest! I give up. I'm not doing this right now. One, two, three. Don't worry, you could say the real April Fool's jokes, they're an April Fool's joke. I always forget April Fool's exists, you know. April Fool's is the April Fool's joke, let's be honest. Well, that went well. So, I really need to open up this bench, don't I? gonna eat something. All I've had today were it's really one of the worst holidays. Okay. Mostly because the day is... Okay, I can't read that right now. No. One, two, three. Okay. Look, it's the April Fool himself. Nice, nice. Welcome, Kenny. Hello. How are you? I need to go fight death. I should have dodged. Nope. Tired of you. That's an April Fool's joke. Oh. Thank you. Pro tip, don't get hit when he's hitting you. Aww. Thank you, Kenny. You're so sweet. Hit, jump, it lasers in vision. Okay, I'll try. Thing is, sometimes it takes a while for my brain to process information. I don't know, something about the way he is in particular seems hard for my brain to process information-wise. Well, that went well. Hint predicts the future. No! I'm an idiot. I think my brain's a bit foggy today. Yes, we know, but you're our idiot. Well, I'm glad I'm glad. Hello, Wolfo. Hello, Dragon. How are you? Your brain is most of the time foggy. Even if your brain is dying, you're still smarter than me. Aw, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I just realized I... I'm gonna have to wait another cycle. 1, 2, 3. Nope. One time of year I get to call you a wolf girl. Hey, Dragon. Hello, Steampunk. Already told my honest opinion that I thought about April Fool's Penny. It's still a holiday. I'm so uncoordinated today. actually impressed with how badly I'm navigating. Okay, there. You love it actually. Hello, hashtag and chat. Hello, happy son. Hashtag head chat. Aww. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I'm pretty sure it's just a statement, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I'm pretty sure head chat is just a statement, but I'm taking it as a compliment. Ack. Nope. Okay. Nope. You know what? I'll take the sacrifice. I was so close! No, I'm not disappointed. Sorry, Kitty. No, I'm not disappointed. Just a bit shocked you came in on a Full Earth Day. Hehe, I know. Aww, so wholesome in chat. How close was I to beating that thing, do you think, Lost? You're the one who's beat him before. What do you think? I need to stop running into people. I wasn't paying attention. When you saw how I beat him, we weren't even halfway. No! No! I don't even know how I did that save. It was luck. At least the first time around. And I wasn't paying attention at least the first time around. But also Kenny is a known liar. I'm so bad at this. No, you gotta do better, Kenny. 4 or 5 hits anyway. Oh my bad, I should have been like boosted fake morale. You were one hit away, especially today. No, you gotta do it better, Kenny. 4 or 5 hits. I got it. I'm just a failure. No! Stop touching... Hedgemoth, stop touching pretty lights. I'm not trying to, actually. I'm really not. If I will beat her too before you beat... Maybe. I feel like I was better at this before, and I don't know why I keep getting worse. It's very demoralizing. Especially the movement part of the game. I feel like I was pretty good at that at first. But the more I play, the worse it feels like I get, and it makes me sad. Only one way to find out. Oh, I guess you won't see Kenny. Good. How did I even manage that? I mean, sure, right? That's impressive, but not in a good way. Like, I'm impressed. I gotta eat some food. I don't know how I did that. Stan gave his best joke and left. Didn't want to waste time. Time is money. Edge is just that good. That room is just hard. I'm still here. Need food. I'm eating food. Food is good. Also, don't worry, Hedge. I'm on the 1098 on Hornet Rate 4. Finish your meal, young lady. Don't eat. Now Kenny's just giving mixed signals. He's telling one person to eat and one person not to eat. Oh my gosh, you're like streamer. Got to write attempt. No, Hedge must eat. Happy doesn't need food. So true. I'll finish my food. You guys can listen to me eat sardines, rice, and green onions and sauce. Viewers must starve. My mirror would agree with you, but my tummy not so much. Ugh, Snow White reference. You know what really gets me though? As someone who loves classic fairy tales, there's some long ones. Okay? Cinderella, if you actually read it, the original Grimm version, I'd say you could get a good minute out of that read. You can get a good 2-3 minutes reading Cinderella, maybe even more. You know, if I look up the time it takes to read Cinderella, because I have a app called LibriVox that has free audiobooks. So let me just look up Cinderella. There's one that's really long. I think I looked this up wrong. Fine. I'll go to where I have probably got it somewhere. I didn't see it. Crap. But it doesn't take long to read. Cinderella is longer than Snow White. Snow White is like less than 20-minute read, right? And they didn't even read it from like the, you can tell they never even read the extremely short fairy tale that is Snow White. 1 minute? I guess that's my homework. I don't remember. Didn't think about that one. I guess that is my homework is short. Hedge is short. Yes, Hedge is short. And so is that fairy tale. And they clearly never even read it. I mean, it takes like no time at all to read. You can find people who have read it for you and do like the audiobook thing easy. Ah! Okay, now I'm stuck here. I'm literally stuck. I can't get out of the spot. I'm gonna die here. But you know what's shorter Hedge's lifespan in the game? True. Oh my goodness, I nearly died there. But yeah, it's not long. It takes what? Sure, like, okay, Beauty and the Beast, that's like 40 minutes. The whole fairy tale, like even the shortest versions are like 40 minutes. It's long. It's a long fairy tale. It takes time to read. Snow White. I've never read a version that's 40 minutes long even. I was a low bro. Hedge, you should read it for us. I would. Do I have it in here? I might. If I do, I could read it, I guess. I wouldn't mind. I'm not a very good, like, reader, though. Like, I'm good at reading, but I'm not good at reading to other people. But I do, Kenny. Please look. Let me see. I have a big book of Grimm's right here in my hands. Let me see if I can find it in the, it might not be under the name Snow White. Sometimes fairy tales have different names in the Grimm's book than they do elsewhere. So let's see. Like Red Cat is here, but not Red Riding Hood. Or maybe both are here? Sometimes they're differentiated. And like you have an entire section that's just like the three brothers. There's so many of the three brothers. You could make an entire, like if you were to make a movie named The Three Brothers that included every single one of the three brothers, you would probably be there as long as you are playing like a 24-hour game. There's so many stories about the three brothers. Well, it's not about the three brothers. It's called Three Brothers, and it's about three separate brothers who are completely different sets. All of them. I'm gonna read the Floridian Witch version of the stories. Oh, just the Grimms. Little Snow White. Okay, Little Snow White is page 249, I think. Let me check the page number before I start. It only goes to 258 from 249. So that's not much. Have you ever read the original fairy tales? Yes, I grew up on them. Three different brothers that are... What? What was the book? No! No! Sets! 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 There's a T in there. There's a T. There's a T. S-E-T-S, Kenny. S-E-T-S, Kenny. Here, I'll read it. You know what? It's funny you fit in 3. Kenny, I'm just doing this first. ones before Grams. I probably listened to the ones before Grams, some of them, but those are harder to find. Yeah, also can't out of the mind. Yeah. You said it fine, Hedge. Thank you, Law. Once upon a time, okay, Little Snow White. Once upon a time in the middle of winter, when the flakes of snow were falling like feathers from the sky, the queen sat at a window sewing, and the frame of the window was made of black ebony. And while she was sewing and looking out of the window at the snow, she pricked her finger with the needle, and 3 drops of blood fell upon the snow. And the red looked pretty upon the white snow, and she thought to herself, would that I had a child as white as snow, as red as blood, and as black as the wood of the window frame. Soon after, she had a little girl who was as white as snow and as red as blood, and her hair was as black as ebony. And she was therefore called Little Snow White. And when the child was born, the queen died. After a year had passed, the king took to himself another wife. She was a beautiful woman, but proud and haughty, and she could not bear that anyone else should surpass her beauty. She had a wonderful looking glass, and when she stood in front of it and looked at herself in it, and she said, looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all? The looking glass answered, thou, O queen, art the fairest of all. Then she was satisfied, for she knew that the looking glass spoke the truth, that Little Snow White was growing up, and grew more and more beautiful, and when she was 7 years old, she was as beautiful as the day, and as more beautiful than the queen. She was as beautiful as the day, and more beautiful than the queen herself. And once, when the queen asked her looking glass on the wall, who is in this land is the fairest of all, it answers, thou art fairer than all who are here, lady queen, but more beautiful still is Snow White, as I ween. Then the queen was shocked and turned yellow and green with envy. For that hour, whenever she thought of it, she looked at Snow White. Her heart heaved in her breast, and she hated the girl so much. An envious bride grew higher and higher in her heart, like a weed, so that she had no peace day or night. She called a huntsman and said, take the child away into the forest. I will no longer have her in my sight. Kill her and bring me back her lung and liver as a token. The huntsman obeyed and took her away, but when he had drawn his knife and was about to pierce Snow White's innocent heart, he began to weep and said, ah, dear huntsman, leave me my life. We will run away into the forest and never come home again. And as she was so beautiful, the huntsman had pity on her and said, run away then, poor child. The wild beast will soon have devoured you, thought he, and yet it seemed as if a stone had been rolled from his heart, since it was no longer needful for him to kill her. And as a young boar or a giskin came by, he stabbed it and cut out its lung and liver and took them to the queen. As proof that the child was dead, the cook had to salt them, and the wicked queen ate them, and thought she had eaten the lung and liver of Snow White. But now the poor child was all alone in the great forest, and so terrified that she looked at all the leaves on the trees and did not know what to do. Then she began to run, and ran over sharp stones and through thorns, and the wild beasts ran past her, but did her no harm. She ran as long as her feet would go until it was almost evening, and she saw a little cottage and went into it to rest herself. Everything in the cottage was small, but neater and cleaner than can be told. There was a table on which was a white cover, and 7 little plates, and on each plate a little spoon. Moreover, there were 7 little knives and forks and 7 little mugs. Against the wall stood 7 little beds, side by side, and covered with snow white counterpanes. Little Snow White was so hungry and thirsty that she ate some vegetables and bread from each plate and drank a drop of wine out of each mug, for she did not wish to take all from one only. Then she was so tired she laid herself down on one of the little beds, but none of them suited her. One was too long, another too short, but at last she found that the 7th one was right, and so she remained in it, and said a prayer, and went to sleep. When it was quite dark, the owners of the cottage came back. They were 7 dwarfs who dug and delved in the mountains for ore. They lit their 7 candles, and as it was now light within the cottage, they saw that someone had been there, for everything was not in the same order in which they had left it. The first said, who has been sitting on my chair? The second, who has been eating off my plate? The third, who has been taking some of my bread? The fourth, who has eaten my vegetables? The fifth, who has been using my fork? The sixth, who has been cutting with my knife? The seventh, who has been drinking out of my mug? Then the first looked around and saw that there was a little hollow on his bed and said, "Who has been getting into my bed?" The others came up and each called out, "Someone has been lying in my bed too." But the seventh, when he looked at his bed, saw little Snow White who was laying asleep therein. And he called the others who came running up, and they cried out with astonishment, and brought their 7 little candles and light. Sorry. Let me have a drink. But the seventh, when he looked at his bed, saw little Snow White who was lying asleep therein. And he called the others who came running up, and they cried out with astonishment, and brought their 7 little candles and let the light fall on little Snow White. Oh heavens, they cried. What a lovely child! And they were so glad that they did not wake her up, but let her sleep on in the bed. And the 7th dwarf slept with his companions, 1 hour with each, and so passed the night. When it was morning, little Snow White awoke and was frightened when she saw the 7 dwarfs, but they were friendly and asked her what her name was. "My name is Snow White," she answered. "How have you come to our house?" said the dwarfs. Then she told them that her stepmother had wished to have her killed, but the huntsman had spared her life. She had run for the whole day until at last she had found their dwelling. The dwarf said, "If you will take care of our house, cook, make beds, wash, sew, and knit, and if you will keep everything neat and clean, you can stay with us, and you shall want for nothing." "Yes," said Snow White, "with all my heart." And she stayed with them. She kept the house in order for them. In the morning they went to the mountains and looked for copper and gold. In the evening they came back, and then her supper had to be ready. The girl was alone the whole day, so the good dwarfs warned her and said, "Beware of your stepmother. She will soon know that you are here. Be sure to let no one come in." But the queen believed that, being that she had eaten Snow White's lung and liver, could not but think that she was again the first and most beautiful of all. She went to her looking-glass and said, looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?" And the glass answered, "O queen, thou art fairest of all I see, but over the hills where the 7 dwarfs dwell, Snow White is still alive and well, and none is so fair as she." Then she was astounded, for she knew that the looking-glass never spoke falsely, and she knew that the huntsman had betrayed her, and that little Snow White was still alive. And so she thought and thought again, how she might kill her, for so long as she was not the fairest in the whole land, envy let her have no rest. When she had at last thought of something to do, she painted her face and dressed herself as an old peddler woman, and no one could have known her. In this disguise she went over the 7 mountains to the 7 dwarfs, and knocked at the door and cried, "Pretty things to sell, very cheap, very cheap." Little Snow White looked out of the window and called out, "Good day, my good woman. What have you to sell?" "Good things, pretty things," she answered. "Fancy she answered, "the laces of all colors," and she pulled out one which was woven of bright-colored silk. "I may let you wear I may let the word." Why can't I breathe? Thank you for the hydrate. "The laces of all colors," and she called out one which was woven, and she pulled out one which was woven of bright-colored silk. "I may let the worthy old woman in," thought Snow White, and she unbolted the door and bought the pretty laces. "Child," said the old woman, "what a fright you look! Come, I will lace you properly for once." Snow White had no suspicion, but stood before her and let herself be laced with the new laces. But the old woman laced so quickly and laced so tightly that Snow White lost her breath and fell down as if dead. "Now I am the most beautiful," said the queen to herself, and ran away. Not long afterwards, in the evening, the 7 dwarfs came home, but shocked they were when they saw their dear little Snow White lying on the ground, and that she neither stirred nor moved and seemed to be dead. They lifted her up, and as they saw that she was laced too tightly, they cut the laces, and she began to breathe a little, and after a while came to life again. When the dwarfs heard what had happened, they said, "The old peddler woman was no one else than the wicked queen. Take care and let no one come in when we are not with you." But the wicked woman, when she had reached home, went in front of the glass and asked, looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?" And it answered as before, "O queen, Thou art fairest of all I see, but over the hills where the 7 dwarfs dwell, Snow White is still alive and well, and none is so fair as she. When she heard that, all her blood rushed to her heart with fear, for she saw plainly that little Snow White was again alive. But how, she said, I will think of something that shall really put an end to you. And by the help of witchcraft which she understood, she made a poisonous comb. Then she disguised herself and took the shape of another old woman. So she went over the 7 mountains to the 7 dwarfs, knocking at the door, and cried, "Good things to sell, cheap, cheap." Little Snow White looked out and said, "Go away, I cannot let anyone come in." "I suppose you can look," said the old woman, and pulled the poisonous comb out and held it up. It pleased the girl so well that she let herself be beguiled and opened the door. When they had made a bargain, the old woman said, "Now I will comb you properly for once." Poor little Snow White had no suspicion and let the old woman do as she pleased, but hardly had she put the comb in her hair than the poison in it took effect, and the girl fell down senseless. "You paragon of beauty," said the wicked woman, "you are done for now," and she went away. But fortunately it was almost evening. When the 7 dwarfs came home, they saw Snow White lying as if dead upon the ground. They at once suspected the stepmother, and they looked and found the poisoned comb. Scarcely had they taken it out when Snow White came to herself and told them what had happened. Then they warned her once more to be upon her guard and open the door to no one. The queen at home went in front of the looking-glass and said, looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?" Then it answered as before, "The queen, thou art fairest of all I see, but over the hill where the 7 dwarfs dwell, Snow White is still alive and well, but none is so fair as she." I'm gonna check up on chat real quick and then go back to the story. Yeah, I'm still looking for them. Yay, story time. I remember this. I feel old. Yeah, you were in the reading room. We got TV. Oh, too late. The White Death got another soul. Good things. I knew combs were evil. I think Kenny could do well as the little old witch. Back to the story. When she heard the looking glass, I can't read. When she heard the glass speak thus, she trembled and shook with rage. "Snow White shall die," she cried, "even if it costs me my life. Thereupon she went into a quiet, secret, lonely room where no one ever came, and there she made a very poisonous apple. Outside it looked pretty white with a red cheek, so that everyone who saw it longed for it, but whoever ate a piece of it must surely die. When the apple was ready, she painted her face and dressed herself as a farmer's wife, and so she went over the 7 mountains to the 7 dwarfs. She knocked at the door. Snow White put her hand out of the window and said, "I cannot let anyone in. The 7 dwarfs have forbidden me." "It is all the same to me," answered the woman. "I shall soon get rid of my apples. There, I will give you one." "No," said Snow White, "I dare not take anything." "Are you afraid of poison?" said the old woman. "Look, I will cut the apple in 2 pieces. You eat the red cheek, and I will eat the white." The apple was so cunningly made that only the red cheek was poisoned. Snow White longed for the fine apple. When she saw that the woman ate part of it, she could resist no longer and stretched out her hand and took the poisonous half. But hardly had she a bit of it in her mouth than she fell down dead. Then the queen looked at her with a dreadful look and laughed aloud and said, "White as snow, red as blood, black as ebony wood. This time the dwarfs cannot wake you up again." And when she asked the looking-glass at home, looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?" it answered at last, "O queen, in this land thou art fairest of all." Then her envious heart had rest, so far as an envious heart can have rest. The dwarfs, when they came home in the evening, found Snow White lying upon the ground. She breathed no longer and was dead. They lifted her up, looked to see where they could find anything poisonous, unlaced her, combed her hair, washed her with water and wine. But it was all of no use. The poor child was dead and remained dead. They laid her upon a fire. B-I-E-R. B-I-E-R. How am I reading that? Riding her hedge, she called me a what? Anyway, I killed Hornet. Good job. Sorry. Beer. And it set... And... Beer. And all 7 of them sat round it and wept for her, and wept 3 days long. Then they were all going to bury her, but she still looked as if she were living, and still had her pretty red cheeks. They said, "We cannot bury her in the dark ground." And they had a transparent coffin of glass made so that she could be seen from all sides, and they laid her in it and wrote her name upon it in golden letters, and that she was a king's daughter. Then they put the coffin out upon the mountain, and one of them always stayed by it and watched it. The birds came too and wept for Snow White, first an owl, then a raven, and last a dove. And now Snow White lay a long, long time in the coffin, and she did not change. She looked as if she were asleep, for she was as white as snow, as red as blood, and her hair was as black as ebony. It happened, however, that a king's son came into the forest and went to the dwarf's house to spend the night. He saw the coffin on the mountain and the beautiful Snow White within it, and read what was written upon it in gold letters. Then he said to the dwarfs, "Let me have the coffin. I will give you whatever you want for it." But the dwarfs answered, "We will not part with it for all the gold in the world." Then he said, "Let me have it as a gift, for I cannot live without seeing Snow White. I will honor and prize her as my dearest possession." As he spoke in this way, the good dwarfs took pity upon him and gave him the coffin. And now the king's son had it carried away by his servants on their shoulders. And it happened that they stumbled over a tree stump, and with the shock, the poisonous piece of apple which Snow White had bitten off came out of her throat. And before long, she opened her eyes, lifted up the lid of the coffin, sat up, and was once more alive. "Oh heavens, where am I?" she cried. The king's son, full of joy, said, "You are with me." He told her what had happened, and said, "I love you more than everything in the world. Come with me to my father's palace. You shall be my wife." And Snow White was willing, and went with him, and their wedding was held with great show and splendor. But Snow White's wicked stepmother was also bidden to the feast. When she had arrayed herself in beautiful clothes, she went before the looking-glass and said, looking glass on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?" The glass answered, "O queen of all, here the fairest art thou, but the young queen is fairer by far as I trow." Then the wicked woman uttered the curse, and was so utterly wretched, that she knew not what to do. At first she would not go to the wedding at all, but she had no peace, and had to go to see the young queen. When she went, and she recognized Snow White, and she stood still with rage and fear, and could not stir, but iron slippers had already been put upon the fire, and they were brought in with tongs and set before her. Then she was forced to put on the hot red shoes, until she dropped down dead. There you go. Ooh, you stink, beer, bear with her. You shall be our hedge. Thank you. Well, there's Snow White's old grim fairy tale. I like the bit about the iron slippers. I think it's a nice touch of old fairy tales that the villains always get punished in gruesome ways. You know, it's nice. Happy now? I read you a fairy tale. Lovely story. It really is. Truly a lovely story. Very happy. Truly, truly. But see, it's not even that long. Though I did choke quite a bit. Now read it again in Spanish. I can't read Spanish. I'm sorry, I've got like snot dripping down the back of my throat all of a sudden. I'm gonna die. Might be better to just die. Dang, lost, missed the stream. No, read it again in sign language. You guys can't see it if I did it in sign language anyway. What's the point? All of it to delay your defeat. Took the words right out of my chat bubble. Sorry. Well, you guys did ask me to read to you. Was I supposed to not read to you when you asked? Took the words right out of my chat bubble. Yeah, I died. You're supposed to read and play. I can't do both at once. What are you talking about? I have to concentrate really hard to read. How would I do both at once? You know what? I will watch you do a stream where you read and play at the same time. I want to see that, Lost. If that's what you want to see of me, you better be able to do it. No, you're supposed to read and play. I mean, you know you're good at reading. She only do half of one of those things at once, bro. She also read and play at the same time, though. Me too. Please tell me when read right now, see. And was it everything you hoped for when I read the book? I should read you guys The Boy Who Set Out to Learn What Fear Was again. I love that story. I should read it more often. Hi, Ultima. You missed it. I was reading to them. They wanted me to read them Snow White, so I did. The one from the Grimms. So we got Arta to read, and we got Lost Chan to read. Rending Whimsy to read. Hi, Hedge. What's up? I'm doing good. How are you? It's nice to see you. I got good news and bad news for you. Also, awesome. I bet it was lovely. Thank you. I'm not a great storyteller. I read in my mind. Counts. But, you know, I can read the words. I just don't read them the best. Bad news, I have to delete my Twitch account. Good news, April Fools, I fooled you big time. He got me. Yay! Aw, champagne was out. No! That would have been so sad! I'm horrible at April Fools. I always forget it exists. Apparently I'm horrible at video games too. I just keep messing up. reminded you. Yay, yeah. I was gonna do something this year. I was thinking of, you know, doing something very silly and maybe making a costume or something. Yeah, I completely forgot. How did I get essence from that? Well, I'll take it. That's okay, this game is mega hard. True. It's super fun, though. It would have been a day of liberation if Ultima can do it, so can Hedge. You good? Oh, it's Ultimu. Oops. I need to stop running into the monsters. Ow! That was good, Lee. I was good, Lee, but now you call me Ultimu. But shiny is good, though. Now I just feel so many things. Just move forward if you have your invincibility flames. I don't... When do invincibility flames activate? I don't know how they work. I've never been good with that kind of thing. Chase me, chase me, chase me, chase me, chase me, try and kill me. When you get hit, woman. I don't get it! Like a few seconds to just move. Tired of you, brat? Bruh, chill. Well, good you're feeling so many emotions. It's good for your soul. I don't get it. I'm sorry you lost. I know you're trying to help. But I just really don't get it. I think I'm the problem. Just be aggressive. Well, then you tell me not to be aggressive when I am aggressive. When I'm not aggressive, you tell me to be aggressive. Please make up your mind. Not everyone is a meathead like you know? Oh wait, no way, Kenny. I'm way more of a meathead. Kenny, I feel lost. Nope. I feel lost, betrayed, sad, angry, kind of attracted to you. How do I stop these feelings? What the heck, Ultima? Yeah, it's only an issue because you don't know how to balance yourself in terms of certain enemies. But do you feel lost? What? Also, why is there a bunch of comments in the chat? I'm half freaking or something. I don't know. No, I don't. What? What the heck is happening in chat? I'm disturbed. What's wrong with you people? Almost a get here. What? Anyway, get good hedge. Just Ultima says not to begin. No big deal, you people. I think Lost just made it worse. I'm gonna eat something and then try again. Sorry, I had to consume the souls of my enemies. I needed full health. Also, I gotta go. Gotta BRB. Got lots of to prepare for tonight. Good luck then! Have fun! I always say follow your passions and be true to yourself, Kenny. For me, my passion is mildly annoyed at Hedge. Just be mildly annoyed. Peace be with you. Also, with you, Kenny. Okay. Yes, doggy, eat, fight, feast. Yeah, I have fish. Can't wait to wipe this in my Penny Elite 21 fanfic. What? I know you do, just a little Della flashback. What the heck? How many times I read it, I feel like I'm not reading the real thing, but I know it's the real thing, and it's very confusing. Okay, I'm gonna not talk to you guys. fanfic writes itself. Hedge. There you go. GG. It was easy. Oh. Now for the area that always killed me. Be aggressive, my advice works. Yes, you did it. I really enjoyed that. Okay, now I just have to go this way. The first part of this isn't hard for me. This is the part I can't seem to get past. Who knew that reading a fairy tale could help me so much? Crystal heart. Consumed the crystal heart. While on the ground or cling to wall to concentrate the force, release the button to blast forward and fly through the air. I pressed the wrong button. Does that cost mana, or is it good? Let's see. Woohoo! Money! All because of Snow White, I'm able to protect Hedge really easily. I died at the very end. See, it was easy. You didn't die at the very end. Okay, now he's lying. I died at the very end. See, it was easy. She got just this. She just got this. Why the heck are you so far ahead? It's all because of Snow White. I'm able to predict it really easy. I'm watching her with my binoculars, actually. Maybe because I only play like once a week. Well, I played twice last week, but I just couldn't get it right. I kept making super silly mistakes. Now can I go get the double jump? I might be better off going back through the other way. Excuse me. Thank you for that. Oh, I don't have any water. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I'll get water in a second and then I'll do the hydrate. I can do hydrate with coffee, but you guys don't like that. All that concentration to bonk her head. Yeah. Can I jump up with this? Nope. Nope! Oh, the consequence to bonk her head. Anyway, I'm gonna go get, some water. I'll be right back. Here, I have water. I can hydrate. Safe head. I'm safe, I'm back. There we go. That wasn't a great sound. I wonder what he means. Up 6. Up 6. Up 7. What? Should I go up from here is what you're saying? Wait, up 9. What are you talking about? I'm really wondering how hard this is to decipher. No context. What other things do always bother you about? It must be water for a hydrate. It's a pretty big one for you guys. Oh, I messed it up. Where am I now? I actually don't know. Awesome! Oops, I went the wrong way. I was going for a bench. I'm really wondering how hard this is to decipher. What are the things we always bother you about? I gave up. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm so confused. But don't worry. I trust you. You guys would never lead me astray. Right? Look, I made it out. I'm thinking of leaving that area alone for now. But anyway, shall we enjoy a nice little... Don't worry about it. Nameless would have been annoyed too. We're going to go after the Mr. Dung Beetle for double jump, right? That's what we're doing? That's... I got the thing you said I needed to get if I wanted to get the double jump. We're good now, right? I can get double jump now, right? Please say yes. If the answer is no, don't tell me. Just lie to my face. Well, beyond that. And she always annoyed. Don't actually lie to me. I'll be more upset if you lie. I'd rather hear the truth, even if it's not what I want to hear. I'm also annoyed. I said speedrun that. I don't even know the answer, so... Is it just this one? It'll be fine. I'm just going to say you missed a lot of stuff in Crystal area that you would have been neat to grab since you were there. But anyway, you have to fight another boss to get to it, so it's even harder. Time Defender, he's surprisingly easy. Yeah, he's supposed to be one of the easiest ones from what I understand. So, that was not my plan. I can't wait to sleep. Just go to sleep now, Hedge. So bossy. Sorry if part of my personality, Kenny. Lost. Have I gone the wrong direction already? I mean, it wouldn't be shocking or anything new, let's be honest. I'm great at going the wrong direction. Horrible at going the right direction. I'm way more likely to go the wrong direction than I am to go the right direction at all times. That's just how it is. Who are you? Don't take something if it isn't yours. That's the law. Everything you see, it belongs to me. Don't be angry. I'll share my food with you if you give me Geo. Or just food. Should I? just to the right. Why is lost more than lost Chan these... Why is everyone lost more than lost Chan these days? Is this your new trend? I don't know. Fuck is best girl. Not so. Sure, let's buy. This Geo is mine now. Don't try to take it back. Here, take your food with you when you leave. Rancid egg, of course. Can I go straight right through him? Nope. Well, I went right. You told me go right. I listened to you. Oh no, Tuck is best girl. I trust her. You see, the joke is I am barely lost. 42. I said generally to the right. But I went straight right from where I started. So obviously, it's to the left. Because there was nothing to the right. Unless it's here. Nope. All right. I really hate those things. I hate these things. I need to stop getting blown up. I feel like it was down there. Is this where he's at? Let me just go up. I want to see if I can find some more, life. He's calling me. Oh, found him. I don't have full. I like this guy, honestly. I'm almost dead already. Oh, I died. Hi, Shadowfire. Welcome. Thank you for first time chat. Sometimes I feel like I'm worsening Hedge. Nah. Hi, Shadowfire. Welcome, welcome. Nah, I've seen you before. Thank you for the first time chat. Thank you for coming, stopping by and hanging out. Oh, no, no. I made a mistake. Oh, this should be fine. What, your charm build? Nothing good. It's decent. It's not. Nothing to write home about. I've got... nothing that spectacular. Here, you can see what I've got. I've got Gather, Long Nail, Grub Song, and Wayward Compass. Because I get lost easily. Yep, that's all. No, she doesn't even read the complete sentence anymore. What's your charm build? She's cute, that's all, but that's it though. Oh. What is it though? Oh, yeah. I've learned the hard way that you really need to call the elevators if you're using them, because otherwise you will stab yourself on the elevators. What? A simple English, longest German word. Nice! I need to stop getting hurt by the birds. Stop lying to her, it's an English word. Wait, do I go down from here or I'll have a map? I think I go down. I'm trying to get back to my stuff before I lose it all. Not English, we have English here. Just delete it, we're typing German right now, correct? Speak fluent German. Well, I don't. I speak English and that's it. I'm sorry, Shadow. That might disappoint you, but I only speak English. I am only fluent in one tongue. So glad that I lost my health to my shadow. This is actually really easy once I realized I could heal. 1, 2, 3. Is he dead now? Honor. Defender's Crest. I got it! That wasn't so bad. We do. She's brute. Hedge comes from an ancient Venetian line. We need more Italians. What are you talking about? I love that every time she dodges, she collides into something else that will harm her. She does it in every game. Yeah, that's what happens to everyone, though. That's just how, you know, I play the game, you know? Ooh. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to go over here and interact with this, whatever that does. Like, I don't know what that's doing, but it's supposed to do something, clearly. But, like, I want to go this way. Where am I? I still don't have the map. Well, when in doubt, the answer is always go up. Now might have to wait for him to pop up down here. There we go. Where am I? This is new. Ooh. Why are you typing only Hedge allowed to do that? Okay, bye. Maps are for chumps. I do that too, Kenny. English Shadow, do you speak it? I just want to kill. I don't think these are harmful, guys. Or maybe they are. Take back my previous statement. I just killed some harmless old man. For the funsies. You're supposed to go down, by the way, not up, if you care for your double jump. I do, but going up first never hurt anybody. I'll go down eventually. It'd be nice if there was some sort of, like, bench. You know, I wanted to say German, but I have no idea why I typed English. It hurt me many times, Hedge. Go west. What's west? do actually know what west is. That is a joke, by the way. Yeah, I think it was less harmful to go down. I don't think that, you know, survived. I'm not doing you right now. I can do you later. Spamming jump is unhealthy. Hope and dreams. Life is peaceful there. I don't like the sounds it's making. Come on, come on, come on. I can't reach him. I don't think I want to touch the ground. I don't know what's telling me that. Come on. This is why I wanted to go find a stupid bench. Oh my goodness, where am I? Was I even? Good thing I unlocked that shortcut. Well, it's a charm. What if it's a charm combination? Actually, there's a charm combination that lies the boss here, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I mean, why would you? You're watching me for entertainment. Why would you make it easier on me? You go down. I really wish I had the map. I'm gonna just skip the sewers. Actually, he was lying to you. He just wants to see you suffer. Yeah, I could tell you after you go through. you go through 50 deaths. Tries, or you try first if it's something, or oh, I don't know. I just say you do it. Don't do it. What? If you have it. I just say you do it if you have it. That was a reading. Are you sure? I'm not sure about that. Okay. Let me know if, when you have it in your. Let me re-say it. You have it in your inventory. Uh-oh. I did not mean to drop into shiny just yet. Actually, I should try out the new charm. What is the new charm, by the way? Cost-wise. Oh. Unique charm bestowed by the King of Hollowness to his most loyal knight. Scratched and dirty, but still cared for, causes the bearer to emit a heroic odor. Oh. A mechanism with a slot for some kind of pass. Oh, so there's more than one. Interesting that there's multiple. By the way, I forgot to tell you. Let's go down. Ancient Basin. Do I want to listen? Do I want to follow the sign? Don't listen. I forgot to tell you. Do I want to follow the signs or not follow the signs? Tell me, Lost. Which is the stupid thing to do? Stop being a puppy and do it. Honestly, this place is really safe. Well, that's good to know. Oh, here's... Found him. I need that. Oops.
By him noise.
Old caverns, these ones. Can't you just feel the weight of the kingdom above? It's a heavy thing, alright. I reckon not many reach these depths. We're pretty near as you and I, at least in recent history. Yes. I love you, math guy. Thank you. Oh! Wait, I see a bench. Mugging poor map guy. Yes, pay the toll. Mugging poor map guy. I taught her well. Should I kill him? I know, right? I'm such a good person. Royal Waterways. I should probably look for that pass soon, shouldn't I? You know who else is a good person? If you want to deal with spiders, sure. Did you just say spiders? Go follow map. A true servant gives all for the kingdom. Let hollowness, pale king, relieve you of your burden. Drop the geo in the fountain. Drop all geo in the fountain. No. Sorry, but no, I like my money in my pockets, thank you. You want to spider? Sure, referring to the path, by the way, which is a completely different area. Anyways, I think I've provided you enough hints. Useless navigator. You didn't lead me into spider territory. I'm sorry, I had lost all faith in you for a second there. Oh, I don't think I'm getting it up there right now. So that's not something I'm doing right now. What's down? Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. Where am I? Well, and you can't go anywhere. Just go up. That's good. Looks like there was something over there that I could have gotten if I'd just been more careful. Can I go backwards? There doesn't seem to be a way to stop. There's clearly something right there. I think I'm supposed to get through there differently, but I don't know how. Well, I can't get up. Just press jump to stop. You can stop at any time by jumping. Stop giving her secrets. I really should start reading the tutorials better. Clearly, I need to work on my reading. I have a feeling I don't want to step in the goo. Well, that's one method of dealing with things. Simple key. Anyway, let me just catch up because I got distracted. You know, sometimes press button's the most dangerous area in the game. This is dangerous? Will she figure out the advanced maneuvers? How you get hit, she doesn't know. All my respect is banked on you so hard. I know how I got hit. This is called the hit and run strategy. It's far more effective when you actually hit your enemy and run. Okay, you... Oh, almost... I hate when it makes that sound. When nail you attack up when you're on the ground doesn't move you. Basically for the guy, yeah, are the complete opposite. What? I don't understand what you're saying. Let me translate, Kenny, for your complete opposite. Your complete opposites. I mean, I guess that's kind of true. We are. When it comes to how we play this game. Uh-oh. Am I ready for this, or do I need to do this later? I just want your honest opinion, and the earlier statement is also about mechanics. Well, I had a hard time with this guy. You want me to try anyway? I'm gonna eat some more food before I do that. Be right back. I have some stuff to throw out. I just found mold on some of my green onions. You know, she left her food alone for that long. No, it's new from... it hasn't been... She's actually gonna... We're giving her... No! I got him from the... No. I got the green onions from the...
Always not so pure. He's never had his mom pick up already chopped up vegetables, freshly chopped from the Walmart. Save time. Not proud moment, but moment.
That's Walmart's fault if they're moldy. They came home yesterday.
It looks good.
Actually, it was the day before yesterday.
I don't think it was. I think it was fried, and that's okay.
It looked fuzzy.
It wasn't fuzzy. It was dry, but it shouldn't be dry. It should not be dry. The green onions should not look dry. You're welcome, Kenny. I didn't feel bad. She really wanted green onions, and I couldn't find nice ones that were, just to get chopped because of the time of year. So I cheated and got the already chopped. I won't do it again, Hedge. You just won't get them next time, okay? We don't want to make Always Lost sad. Oh, good shortcut.
Ah! Go away.
Happy April.
Man. Thank you. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Sorry. I just couldn't. Words would not come out. I couldn't. I was trying to say words and they weren't coming out as words. It happens. Anyway, let me read all the chat. Especially it's relative. It's funnier to blend. Okay, let me just go back up. She's eating. It's been over 2 hours. That food is cold now. She's like a cat. She takes her time with her food. You know, she left her food alone for that long that mold grew. She's actually gonna cuss at Whimsy for giving her poison green onions. Remember to read message for future Hedge. Anyway, reminder. Anyways, right shortcut. Anyway, do you sound so hurt by that? It's okay, Hedge. Truth hurts. Freshly, it's relative. It's funny to blame you, though. See, thank you, Whimsy, for being a good Whimsy. Oh, good shortcut. I have nothing. I'm just afraid for forgetting that shortcut is this. He meant the game. Cat untowards. Happy foolery day, Whimsy. Mama all gotten to her brain. She's already like Hollow Knight. Bro, she will beat the boss in an even number of times. She's starting to sound like Zoe. The Wolfadine. She's back into her prime doggy mode. Okay, never make fun of her eating habits. I put that onto the list. They should create meat buns. Emotionally mind broken too. Empty wolf day. Hey, Wolf. I'm okay, nameless. Hello, how are you? But gone. No. I just couldn't talk. I don't know. The autism got to me. Or something. It happens. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Moldy pickles. No, Mom's probably right and it wasn't mold. No! She said be gone, Frenchie. I did not! Really appreciate the kindness, Kenny. I'm good today was tiring. At least I'm here. I appreciate your kindness, Kenny! Anyways, this was the boss I was stuck on. Anyway, I played the game nameless, but the stuck got you. I don't know why I typed something. Might be best to come back with more health. I just started dying all of a sudden. Anyway, I was just passing by quickly. I want to get some rest. See ya, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye! Take care. Be well. You always want rest. So greedy. You think... See, he's French. He doesn't like work. What are you talking about? This work's hard. Anyways, since I'm new. think if I'd been paying better attention, I might have done better there. That's actually not that bad of a pattern. The pattern's okay. Yogo, hello, welcome. But it's in that time, so kind of neat to me. I slept for I'm having trouble with language today. I think my language processors are shot today. I always love it when someone's shooting my language processors. They're really great. And by language processors, I mean my ability to speak. I stunk at this guy. You're doing better than me, so yeah, I agree. It's the fungus. Which was 3 minutes earlier. Hey gang, I hope everyone's having a great day. Yeah, I'm doing okay. If I was alive 30 minutes earlier, I would have told her hi myself for the drink. Oh, poor. Oh, no. It's not like I'm gonna use magic anyway. That looked like second space to me. Speaking isn't the easiest thing in the world sometimes. You hate English here. We're having a party here today. Go for the hydrate. I might leave this till next time because I'm having a bit of trouble. And I feel like this will be a nice start to the next stream. What do you guys think? Leave it for next time or do it today? I think leave it for next time. Oh my goodness, I just nearly died to my own ghost. We can talk about embarrassing, dying to your own ghost. Ugh. Since our brain is pooped, we should do some. I did some fairy tale reading. I read a fairy tale for everybody. Looks like a difficult fight to me. I say bite his head off. You know what I think? I know you guys want me to play longer, but this will be nice for Thursday. I'm making progress again, which is great. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and joining. I really do enjoy playing this game and playing with all of you, and I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. You guys are the best. Thank you for the follow, Shadowfire. I'm sorry I couldn't thank you properly earlier because I just couldn't get words to word. Yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to sign at you earlier because I couldn't speak, and that just doesn't work. Signing at, with your VTuber model just isn't as effective as, you might think. It's so effective, I would have said do some exploring, but yes, I say sleep. I don't think blub blub. Thanks for stream, be well, doggy. Watch out for mold. Yes, Shadow heard whimsy and followed instantly. Go get some rest, you derpy whoop. Enjoy your day and relax your head. Go prank one mama for me. I don't do pranks. He's one of us. One day we will have hand tracking. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Be well. Bye bye.